Jerusalem, a city that has historically been a center of faith, politics, and conflict, is once again in the global spotlight. As reports emerge of widespread destruction following a wave of missile attacks allegedly launched from Qatar. The focus today is on the devastating impact this offensive had on 20 Israeli military posts scattered around the Jerusalem region. A development that has reshaped both the local landscape and the broader strategic conversation in the Middle East. Understanding the scale of this situation requires a closer look at the conditions on the ground, the mechanics of the attacks themselves, the military and civilian consequences, and how the region is grappling with this dramatic escalation. The military posts targeted were not ordinary checkpoints or temporary outposts, but rather fortified positions that played a critical role in maintaining security, surveillance, and logistical operations around Jerusalem. Each of these posts was strategically positioned to oversee important routes, manage communications, and provide rapid deployment of forces in case of emergencies. Their destruction signifies not only the loss of infrastructure, but also the collapse of key defensive nodes in the city as security web. For decades, Israel has invested heavily in making its military posts resistant to rocket fire, drone strikes, and sabotage. But the sheer scale of this coordinated strike demonstrates a new level of sophistication in Qatar's missile technology. The accuracy of these strikes and the ability to overwhelm Israel's Iron Dome defense system has raised questions about vulnerabilities in a system once considered one of the most reliable in the world. Eyewitness accounts describe the missiles as fast, precise, and highly destructive, unlike unguided rockets that often scatter damage. These were advanced guided missiles capable of pinpointing reinforced positions with alarming precision. Analysts suggest these weapons may incorporate satellite navigation or laser guidance, allowing them to penetrate defensive structures that were thought to be impenetrable. The fact that 20 posts could be hit in near simultaneous fashion shows an extraordinary level of coordination. Some defense experts speculate that this may be the result of months of reconnaissance, mapping, and intelligence gathering on the part of Qatari operatives or their allies. Others note that such effectiveness hints at either foreign technology transfers or homegrown advancements that put Qatari missile systems in a new league compared to previous regional capabilities on the ground. The damage is staggering. Entire posts lie in rubble, with communication towers toppled, armored vehicles incinerated, and bunkers collapsed. The impact on Israeli soldiers stationed in these posts has been severe, with casualties reported across multiple sites. Survivors speak of sudden explosions that left no time to react, of reinforced walls disintegrating under the force of direct strikes, and of the chaos that followed when command and control links were severed. Military rescue teams rushed to the scenes, but in many cases, access was hampered by ongoing fire, secondary explosions from destroyed ammunition depots, and debris clogging access routes. Jerusalem, normally known for its bustling streets and spiritual landmarks, is now marked by smoke plumes rising over military installations that once symbolized control and stability. From a broader military perspective, the destruction of 20 posts is more than symbolic. It represents a significant weakening of Israel's immediate defense posture in the Jerusalem area. These posts were not only surveillance hubs, but also launch points for rapid response operations in case of unrest or external attacks. Without them, gaps have opened in Israel's security grid, forcing the military to redeploy units, stretch thin its manpower, and adapt to new vulnerabilities. This shift has also had psychological consequences, as both soldiers and civilians realize that the once assumed invincibility of Israel's defensive infrastructure is now under direct threat. The Qatari missiles have effectively demonstrated that fortified positions can be neutralized in a matter of minutes, sending a powerful message not just to Israel, but to the broader region. Civilian life in Jerusalem has also been heavily affected. While the direct targets were military, the ripple effects of such destruction reach far beyond the bases themselves. Power outages have been reported in neighborhoods adjacent to destroyed posts as missile strikes damaged nearby electrical lines and substations. Communication networks have faltered, with disruptions in mobile signals and internet access across multiple districts. Traffic congestion has worsened as certain roads leading to military posts have been blocked or cordoned off by security forces. For residents already accustomed to living under tension, the sight of military defenses being obliterated so visibly has deepened anxieties. Families are now questioning whether even the most fortified city in Israel can remain safe in the face of advanced missile warfare internationally. This development has triggered intense debate. For Qatar, the strike represents a bold statement of military capability and political resolve. By targeting the heart of Israel's military apparatus in Jerusalem, Qatar has not only demonstrated its ability to project power, but has also shifted the balance of deterrence in the region. Analysts point out that the attack challenges assumptions about which regional actors are willing and able to strike directly at Israel's most sensitive zones. For Israel, the attack presents a dual challenge, restoring military capability while reassuring both its population and its allies that security can still be maintained. The United States, European Union, and neighboring Arab states are watching closely, weighing the implications of Qatar's move on broader regional stability. Some speculate that this could push Israel toward harsher retaliatory measures, while others warn that it may set the stage for a widening conflict that pulls in multiple regional powers. From a technical standpoint, the performance of Qatari missiles in this attack is the subject of much analysis. Reports indicate that the missiles were not only accurate, but also capable of bypassing Israel's Iron Dome defense system, which traditionally intercepts incoming projectiles with remarkable success. If true, this suggests that either the sheer number of missiles overwhelmed the system, or that the missiles incorporated stealth or decoy mechanisms designed to evade interception. Military analysts note that such technology is a game changer in the region, as it calls into question the effectiveness of expensive defensive shields that have long formed the backbone of Israel's strategy against missile threats. The design of these weapons, whether aerodynamic advancements for speed, enhanced propulsion for longer range, or improved warheads for greater penetration, is now under scrutiny by experts who warn that similar attacks could destabilize other heavily defended cities. Across the Middle East, the psychological effect of the destruction should not be underestimated. For decades, Israel has projected an image of military superiority. Built on technological edge and advanced defense systems, the sudden loss of 20 military posts in one coordinated strike undermines that narrative. Civilians who once found reassurance in the presence of nearby bases now see them as vulnerable targets that can bring destruction to surrounding areas. Soldiers who believed in the near impenetrability of their defenses are now forced to reckon with the reality of missile warfare that renders fixed positions liabilities rather than assets. For Qatar and its supporters, this attack has become a rallying point, celebrated as a demonstration of strength and defiance against a regional power long seen as untouchable. For Israel, it has become a sobering moment of recalibration, one that may redefine how it positions its forces, structures its defenses, and engages diplomatically with adversaries. Jerusalem's symbolic importance adds another layer to the unfolding drama. As a city revered by Jews, Christians, and Muslims alike, the fact that it is now at the center of a missile conflict highlights the dangerous intersection of politics, religion, and warfare. Pilgrims and tourists who once flocked to its holy sites now find themselves navigating military checkpoints, disrupted transportation, and the constant threat of renewed strikes. The city's image as a place of faith and heritage is overshadowed by images of destruction and military vulnerability. This juxtaposition between spiritual significance and physical devastation underscores the gravity of the current situation and the urgency of finding a resolution before the conflict escalates further. The destruction of 20 Israeli military posts by Qatari missiles is not just a military incident, it is a pivotal moment that reshapes perceptions, strategies, and realities on the ground. It highlights the advancement of regional missile technology, the vulnerabilities of even the most fortified defenses, and the immense human and psychological toll of modern warfare. It raises profound questions about the future of security in Jerusalem, the resilience of Israel's military doctrine, and the willingness of regional actors to escalate conflicts to unprecedented levels. And above all, it leaves the people of Jerusalem caught between the ancient weight of their city's history and the modern forces of destruction that continue to redefine its present.